Hi everyone, welcome back to Crockpot Day. It is barbecue day in the house also. What I'm going to do is show you how to make barbecue beef sandwiches with only 2 ingredients, and then I'm going to show you 3 of our favorite sides that are very classic for barbecue. Y'all ready? Now there's many different roasts that you can use for this recipe. If you want to use a chuck roast, I am using a bottom round flat boneless roast. That's what I found in my store. So I'm going to cut this just into a few pieces because it's really thick and I want this to cook faster than all day. So we're going to take it out. This is about 2.5 pounds, so it would be really good for a lot of sandwiches, leftovers. Yeah. All right, I'm going to place it on my cutting board, and then I'm just going to cut it into 3 pieces. Use a nice, good, sharp knife for this. All right, that's what we're looking at. And we'll go one more. You can leave it whole. And wash my hands. All right, a good roast needs some good seasoning, so we're going to start off with some salt across the top, some black pepper. It's all flavor, all part of the flavor combo. Now, the seasonings are not considered an ingredient. Garlic powder, onion powder. Now, I'm going to put a lot on here because I'm not chopping up an onion today. And some smoked paprika to give it a little smokiness. Blend it in there. We're going to go ahead and get our pan ready. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of some cooking oil. I tend to use avocado oil. And then we're going to add some butter. Probably about 2 tablespoons. We got a lot of meat going on here. Now we want to allow this to come to a sizzle. That way we can get a nice sear on the roast. All right, let's bring our roast over because we're going to put it into our pan. You want to make sure that seasoning side is down. And we do want to leave that on because that's all flavor will melt into our roast, or you can cut it off if you'd like. It's going to take about 5 to 6 minutes to get a really good sear on it. Once you get it in the pan, do not move it. Let it sit there and get a nice crust on it. All right, we're going to go back over the top side now with our seasonings. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. Smells good. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, we're gonna flip this over. 3 to 4 more minutes on this side, and then I'm just gonna hit the sides of the roast. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah. All right, what we're gonna do now is spray the inside of our crock pot, and then we're gonna place the roast into it. Oh, don't forget to get the sides. Give that crust all the way around the roast. That is your first ingredient. Let me show you the second ingredient. We're going to be using our favorite store brand barbecue sauce. We like the Sweet Baby Ray's, and this is sweet and spicy. So it's going to add some nice flavor, and it'll add a little bit of heat to it, but you can use whatever flavor of barbecue sauce you want. Now I'm going to be doing 2 bottles, and they're 18 ounces each. Yeah, because we're going to make this saucy. You know, prices of eating out are so high, and when you have a family of 5 living with you, that can add up. I'm going to show you, after I do this, 3 different sides that are classic. All right, we're going to place a lid on. We're going to cook this on high for about 5 to 6 hours. What you want to have happen is you put a fork in and it shreds easily because, I mean, you want this to be tender. All right, the first side is going to be potato salad. What a real classic for barbecue day. This recipe comes out of my first cookbook. We're on page 62 if you have the cookbook. Now I have 3 cookbooks, and I'll link them all down below in the description box if you want to check them out, or you can find them at catherinesplates.com under the cookbook tab. So we are going to start off with some red potatoes. Now these fit about the palm of my hand. So I've got 8 of these. I'm going to be leaving the skins on, and then I'm just going to cut these into bite-sized pieces. And then I've already scrubbed them off. Then we're going to place them into a large pot. Now I've already got some water in it. You want to start off with cool water always when you're making potato salad. All right. One of my favorite sides, that's for sure. About that size right here. That'll cook really good. That's a good size for somebody to eat for a potato salad. Yeah, we don't need a nice warm spring day for a barbecue. Bring it earlier. I'm going to place them into the pot of water. Okay, we've got all the potatoes into the pot. What I'm going to do is season with some salt, probably about half a teaspoon. There's a lot of potatoes in there. We've got eggs. We're going to put eggs in our potato salad. I'm going to go ahead and cook these in with the potatoes. Now I've already kind of scrubbed off the eggs here to clean them up. So they'll go in. Once the potatoes come to a simmer, I'm going to put a timer on for the eggs for 6 minutes. Then I'm going to pull the eggs out before the potatoes are done and just put those into a cold water bath to stop the cooking on those, and then we'll finish cooking the potatoes. We're going to put the potatoes on a high heat, bring it to a boil, and then we're going to lower the heat down to a medium and let them simmer until the potatoes are fork tender. I'm going to show you the dressing once the potatoes are done, and then we're going to put those together in the refrigerator. All right, next I'm going to show you how to make that coleslaw. Now this recipe comes from my 3rd cookbook, and it is on page 16. It's called Creamy Coleslaw. So we're going to go with that one. So first thing we're going to do is start shredding up our cabbage. Now you can use a green cabbage or you can use a red cabbage. I'm just going to use a very small onion, and we're going to mince that very finely because we want the flavor, but not so much the pieces of onion. And then I've already got carrots shredded here that we're going to be using. Now I've already taken off the outer layers of the cabbage and then just rinsed it off. Now you can use a shredder, or you can take your quarter of your cabbage, take a knife and just very thinly slice it down. All right, we're going to place this into a large mixing bowl. We're going to add in about 3 carrots that we've shredded up. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and add in a quarter of an onion that I've diced very small, or you can mince up. Now we're going to make that creamy dressing. So just in a small bowl, we're going to add 1 cup of mayonnaise. Kind of a pretty classic recipe. Add 2 tablespoons of white granulated sugar, vinegar. Now this is just a standard all natural distilled white vinegar. About 2 tablespoons. There we go. All right, we're going to season that with half a teaspoon of salt because we've got a lot of cabbage in there. Some black pepper, quarter of a teaspoon. In my recipe, I call for celery seed, and I don't have celery seed anymore. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to add a little bit of ground mustard, which is another good flavor for coleslaw. Quarter of a teaspoon. All right, let's mix this all together. Look how creamy that is. That is what we're looking for. Let's see. Ooh, that is good. We're going to pour the dressing all in. We're going to give it a mix with some tongs until it's entirely coated. Put some wrap on it. We're going to place it in the refrigerator. Let all of those flavors meld together. All right, be careful. Oh my, That is going to be very delicious once all those flavors just meld into that cabbage. Don't forget, we got potatoes. They're almost done, so we're going to be starting with that after we get this in the refrigerator. All right, the potatoes are done. I've drained them out. I've just put them into a large bowl. We're going to let these sit here for just a little bit to kind of cool off while we get everything else ready to put in there. We're going to go ahead and take our eggs out. We're going to get the shells off, and then we're going to slice them. Yeah, they peel really good with this process. All right, we've got 2 celery stalks. We're going to chop these up. So what I'm going to do is just drag my knife through. And when you get down to that flowers down there of the celery, make sure you include those into the potato salad. All right, I'm going to take the rest of that onion that I had used for the coleslaw. Just take off the ends and the outer layer. Follow the lines on the onion. And I'm just going to run my knife through it. I'm going to take the egg yolks out of a few of these and then just add it to our potato salad. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the rest of them. All right, let's bring our potatoes over. We're going to add in our celery, onions, and the egg yolk. Potato salads are so versatile. You can do so much with them. There we go. All right, we're going to put in some relish, about 2 tablespoons. You can use sweet relish, which I'm doing, or you can use a dill relish, which I think is another favorite. I'm going to go in with a little bit of salt right across the top, some black pepper, a little bit of dry mustard. We're going to add in some mayonnaise, about 1/3 cup. All right, we're going to go in with a big spoon, kind of blend it all together. Be careful not to mash the potatoes too much. Oh, it smells good. Jazz it up with a little bit of paprika. There we go. All right, we're going to place this in the refrigerator covered until our barbecued beef sandwiches are ready. Okay, it's very tender. It's falling apart, so we're going to go ahead and take 2 forks and just shred it up. And just be careful when you do that. You can pull them out and put them on a cutting board or do it right in your crock pot. I shredded it all on a cutting board, put it back into the sauce of the crock pot. I'm just going to stir this up. Doesn't that look good? It's very tender. All right, our third side is I'm going to take a can of baked beans. Just place them in a medium pot. All right, we're going to add some French's yellow mustard, 1/4 cup brown sugar. All right, over medium-high heat. Then I'm going to add some ketchup, a couple of tablespoons, some black pepper. All right, we're going to stir this together, heat it through. Now while this is happening, I'm just going to go ahead and lightly toast some hamburger buns with some butter, and then we're going to start building our barbecue day. All right, there's my barbecue plate, my 2-ingredient, look at that, barbecue beef roast, shredded on a bun for our sandwich. We got our coleslaw that I made, potato salad, and then our baked beans. What's on your barbecue plate? Let me give it a try for you. All right, I'm going to try the meat out of the sandwich there. I don't want to pick that up for y'all. Y'all be laughing at me. That is delicious. There's a little spiciness to it. That was from that barbecue sauce and all those flavors put in there. People are going to think you made that all day, low and slow in the crock pot. We cheated with that barbecue sauce, but y'all, nobody will ever know. All right, give me a thumbs up on this one. Happy barbecue day to you. Comment down below if you're new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.